Hey students, this video is about helping you review the content and try to really develop some focus for exam 2 that we have this week. So let's take a look at the weeks and see if I can dive into some details that might help you out. You may want to take notes along the way so that you can build kind of an outline and then go back and follow through with what I've shared. All right, so I'm going to go back and it's going to start with week 7. In week 7, we had an introduction to time value of money, and I had a video right here that really lays out some notes. All of these notes about compounding and discounting and about what makes a difference between the two, what connects. Those are some important concepts that you will definitely want to look at. Those are going to be great questions for me to ask in a multiple choice format, like in example terms. Like, for example, the higher you have of a rate of earnings when you are doing compounding, what will be the result? Would the value be higher, lower, the same? And the answer is if the rate is higher and you're compounding, then the outcome will be higher. Now, opposite is discounting. If the rate is higher, you're bringing values back from the future till today. So if the rate is higher, it drives the value today down. So discounting and compounding, two very different concepts. The connection is time and rate. In this video right here in week 7 really gives you quite a bit of information that carries on through the rest. All right, we've got a time value of money presentation that's here. There's also some terms very important to go over. All right, we kind of looking at this week, there is also some questions about factors of time value of money, and those are important to go back and look for in this video to help kind of give you some focus. That is week 7. All right, let's back up and let's go and take a look at week number 8. Week number 8 brought in what's called retirement planning. And I actually gave you a video here that gave you some examples. Some of the things that we talked about in this video and that are important about retirement planning is that there are really 3 factors in retirement planning. Number 1 is the amount that you are able to save. Number 2 is the time that you have to save. Like if you start when you're 20 and you want to retire at 60, you've got 40 years. If you wait and start when you're 30, then you've only got, of course, 30 years. So that's the second factor is time. And then the third factor is rate. One of the things that we looked at in this week is which one do you have the most control over? Is it money? Is it rate, or is it time? And the answer is time. Now, trying to be able to calculate these will also be part of the test, but they're going to be more of the problems part of the test. So it may be something you need to make sure that you're able to do. This video tells you how to do that, and so hopefully follow along in that video and it'll be able to help. All right, let's go back to week number 9. In week 9, we added in something called a loan amortization. Now I have you an example file here as well as a video on how to calculate a loan. And then there was actually a assignment here on how to calculate a loan. And so that's something that you're hopefully be able to do. And so that is an example of something that would be on the test. And by the way, this could be on the test in a couple of ways. One, it could be on the test for you to calculate the value. So be able to calculate the loan payment in a particular example. The other might be not to calculate it, but actually to do a loan amortization and upload that into the exam. So that would probably be another problem part of the exam that you want to be ready for. All right, let's fast forward into week 10. We do more with loan amortizations again. And I talked about how to do this with a Hewlett-Packard 10B calculator, but really a lot of the work that I've been doing has been in Excel, so you want to make sure that you can get it done using Excel. You don't really have to use this calculator, but it was something I wanted to share with you, the kind of problems that we have here in this homework. In fact, let me pull that up. In fact, what I might do is put a key on here to show you those, but this is the problems that you were given. And when this pulls up, there we go. Here's the problems that you were given, and we actually went through how to calculate these. So hopefully this is something you would be able to do. Each of these could be a question on the test, and so you want to make sure you're able to get those done. All right, that's week 10. We moved to week 11. That was last week, and it was introducing this concept called net present value and internal rate of return. So there's lots of resources here. There was a video here. This video, by the way, has a lot of good stuff in it that would be on the test, so make sure that you take a look at that video. Well, it's kind of like the week 7 video. It's very important for our discussion. And then finally, I'm going to get you into now week 12. And week 12 is the current week that we're in, and you will see there is a homework key for the net present value homework from this past week. Once again, very important. Lots of information in this video as well for the week, and so hopefully that's something you can use to help you. In addition to all the other weeks, I've also developed a loan decision example and a capital purchase decision example. Once again, meant to help you out and prepare for the test. All right, hopefully this video gives you a summary of the weeks. This video will be open. This test, will be open. Look for the details on how the test will launch this week. But this video and the stuff I went over is hopefully just helps you grab all the important content and put that together. As you're preparing for the test, don't leave it all for you to jump back into the weeks and try to find answers. Really go ahead and look at these resources before the test. Maybe even, here's an idea, take some notes before the test where you kind of lay out how you do things. Have Excel ready because that will be part of the test. You'll have to do an Excel file and load that right into the exam. So that will be something you'll have to do. Probably have to develop a couple of Excel files to get those loaded. So a little bit of complex test, but you're going to have to use Excel as we talked about and be able to answer questions using that content. So hopefully this video helps. Thanks.